Wait, how Travis Scott destroyed his prodigy's career? Who's his prodigy?
Scott's protege, but he got tossed aside after.
Hey, y'all be saying protege or prodigy? I be saying prodigy.
Having his career trajectory ruined. To put things into perspective, SoFaygo burst onto the underground scene in 2020.
Protege and prodigy, bro, I say the same for both of them though, bro.
Multiple EPs and mixtapes. Off the Map being one of the more popular songs. Then
I thought it was one of those things. What's it called when a homo when like two words are spelled differently but they sound the same? Heterogeneous mixture or something.
Having his career trajectory ruined. To put things into perspective, SoFaygo burst onto the underground scene in 2020 through multiple EPs and mixtapes. Off the Map being one of the more popular songs. Then with the Lil Tecca produced Knock Knock, he had all the hype to become the next big star in this bubbling new generation SoundCloud scene.
Okay.
But after signing to Travis Scott's Cactus Jack label in 2021, when Knock Knock blew up on TikTok, accompanied with a Lyrical Lemonade music video, SoFaygo seemed to stall out. His long-awaited debut album Pink Hearts underwhelmed upon its release in late 2022, commercially and to the fans, and after several years of waiting. So what went wrong, and was it even his fault? In 2021, SoFaygo announced that he had signed to Cactus Jack, Travis Scott's label and imprint under Epic Records. This was after months of teasing an affiliation and co-signs, alongside a SoFaygo song being performed at Travis Scott's daughter Stormi's birthday party. The signing felt like a natural fit.
Why seen Kim Kardashian's son come out the whip and do this to a paparazzi? Bro, that shit.
Given SoFaygo's similar yet innovative music style and aesthetic fit. The deal with Cactus Jack, but more importantly the supposed co-sign from superstar Travis Scott, was the sign that SoFaygo was set to break out from the underground and enter the rap mainstream. With Travis's star power and industry connections behind him, his ceiling seemed limitless. SoFaygo was on the rise. He had released several projects in 2020, After Me, Angelic 7, alongside EPs like Web and a couple of others. And this trail created a ton of momentum, so his fans were anticipating some new music. But 6 months into 2021, and there was no single from SoFaygo, and his first track he appeared on was Trippie Redd's MP5, which was a huge look with its own music video and introduced him to a more mainstream audience. But the first single after linking up with Cactus Jack was Let's Lose Our Minds. In August 2021, that was supposed to be the lead single for Pink Hearts. His momentum wasn't dying though. Knock Knock was really skyrocketing during 2021, and he even appeared on Don Toliver's Life of a Don album on the track Smoke. Don Toliver was Travis Scott's first real signee that he put effort behind, and his introduction was through Travis Scott's Astroworld album.
Don Toliver, he doing his thing.
After the appearance on the Don Toliver album, new music slowed to a trickle, as nearly a year passed without another single or project from SoFaygo.
Why is that though?
However, this wasn't completely his fault. While Life of a Don had released in October of 2021, and the hype for Utopia, Travis Scott's next album, was in full swing, with SoFaygo fans anticipating a feature to officially introduce him to the mainstream, things would not go as planned. On November 5th, 2021, the annual Astroworld Festival hosted by Travis Scott was in full swing in Houston, Texas, and would turn out to be one of the biggest tragedies in hip-hop music festival history, with 10 people dying and many suffering injuries from crowd crush.
Bro, when I was in that Playboy Cardi mosh pit on my life, I thought I was gonna die. Like, I felt like, I was like, I know how to die in this. Like, there was moments I had to get on, like, I had to, like, push myself up and just breathe the air that's right here instead of right here because you couldn't breathe.
It's not only
you're just being smushed like this. So I can see how a smaller mother, if a TK ass was out there, GG's. You're done, buddy. GG's, buddy.
Destroyed any plans for Travis.
David's literally passed the out.
Scott, but had a trickle-down effect on SoFaygo. Travis Scott was now the most hated man in music, and he had to repair his reputation or wait out the hate before he could focus on any of his artists. So Travis Scott fell back for months, not appearing or doing anything, let alone promoting music, and this left SoFaygo in a weird position. His rival, the Gary Oak to his Ash Ketchum, was none other than Yeet, who at one point was smaller in popularity than SoFaygo, but he was skyrocketing.
I remember this Bell song drop, chat.
Popularity in 2021 through TikTok.
I remember when this shit first dropped.
As well as releasing 3 full-length projects. Ken Carson, a Playboy Cardi signee, was also taking off, Nowhere near as big as Yeat or even SoFaygo yet, but he had released his first commercial project titled Project X and was off to the races.
Crazy.
Some fans will say that SoFaygo wasn't allowed to release and just had to keep promoting his Pink Hearts project, but as we've learned now, he was distributing through an independent distributor or something along those lines. He wasn't directly signed where Cactus Jack promoted through a major distributor. For instance, Cactus Jack, when they signed Don Toliver, he's also distributed through Atlantic. Same thing for Sheck West, but I believe Sheck West is through Interscope.
Okay.
So that kills this theory. And while we may never get the answer, we know the outcome: lack of releases.
GG.
It wasn't until June of 2022, a whole 7 months, that SoFaygo would release an EP titled Before Pink to hold over his fans, the same day that he was presented as one of the 10 XXL freshman class of 2022.
Was that shit mid chat? Was this shit ass, bro? Bro, if that shit, that's a way to kill your momentum, bro. Niggas waiting for an album, you drop an ass EP, bro.
But after a couple of weeks, things were bad. Up until this point, that was 7 months of narrative building and conversation about SoFaygo having fell behind Yeat, his career being ruined, and his lack of releases. Granted, he did have some performances here and there, as well as a Foot Locker and Apple Music advertising campaign he appeared in. But those core music fans wanted what they first followed him for: music. The same year another Playboi Carti signee was beginning to build steam: Destroy Lonely, part of a class that followed after Yeat and SoFaygo. At this point, Yeat already hit the mainstream with multiple songs charting on the Hot 100. SoFaygo would finally release his debut album, Pink Hearts, in November, to first week sales of just under 7,000 copies first week.
That's tough. 7K Underground ain't as bad as it seems, bro. Y'all clown DDG for selling more than that, bro.
In the same sales realm as Kent Carson's Project X, a far cry from what was expected with the hype that had largely died, and then follow it up with the fact that SoFaygo fans who had supported him for years weren't even happy with the quality of the music. But how hard is it to live up to a project that's anticipated for 2 years?
Yeah, that's the thing. That shit had someone's intimate. The way this nigga describing it, niggas sound like they were waiting for that shit for 2 years and shit. Like, was it not good or some shit?
The features on the project were Gunna, DJ Khaled,
he had Gunna and DJ Khaled, that motherfucker.
Ken Carson, Lil Uzi Vert, and Don Toliver. A solid feature list
That's a good ass feature list!
Considering SoFaygo usually doesn't use many features, but one person was missing: Travis Scott. But he was going to be on Travis Scott's Utopia album. That's the big plan that the fans had for SoFaygo. SoFaygo would end up going on tour opening up for Nav, as opposed to his once peer Yeat opting out of festivals to do his own headlining tour and connect with the fans and build that base.
That's tough.
At this point, SoFaygo had largely fell out of the public conversation. Destroy Lonely had—
He's still talented though, bro. I feel like he just need to drop. At the end of the day, you just gotta drop heat, bro. You just gotta drop heat, bro. He still has it in him, bro. You just gotta drop heat, bro. Like, at the end of the day, fuck all that shit. If you drop heat, niggas gonna listen, bro.
Released his first project on Playboi Carti's label Opium that would chart at 91 on the Billboard charts, with SoFaygo's not even made it into the top 200 of his first week. Travis Scott would unfollow SoFaygo on Instagram in early—
What? Why? Oh no, bro.
2023, which led to fan-made rumors that there were issues between them.
That's like me unfollowing motherfucking JX0 because of that shit that happened during the 5-star battle, bro. Come on, bro.
But that was quelled during All-Star Weekend when Cactus Jack had a pop-up and show where Travis Scott announced that he would be releasing Utopia after members of Cactus Jack dropped their projects, one of which was him announcing a SoFaygo EP. Before SoFaygo even released again, Destroy Lonely would release his album If Looks Could Kill in May of 2023, which debuted at number 18 on the charts first week, selling 30,000. SoFaygo would release his next project, Go, in June, that failed to chart, with no major features either. Travis Scott was teasing Utopia a ton, but he would finally release it on July 28, 2023, with an army of features. Cactus Jack with one, like Sheck West, who was on a different version of a song that didn't end up on there. But the moment SoFaygo fans were waiting for didn't come to fruition. He was nowhere to be found on the album. Not to mention Tizo Touchdown was on there, who was a straight-up nobody just several years ago when SoFaygo was blowing up. Anticlimactic would be the easiest way to define it considering the magnitude of this release, but perhaps he would take SoFaygo out on the Utopia tour, right? Well, no, that's not happening either. The opening act for Travis Scott is Tizo Touchdown, someone who isn't even signed to his label. We may never know the real reason, but...
So Travis Scott thinks this nigga's dog shit, or they got something going on behind the scenes. One of them things. Bro.
It's evident that
no, nothing else.
The only individual who was signed or really close to being signed with Cactus Jack that got worse treatment than SoFaygo, well, let's see about that, was Smoke Perp. And their musical talent is night and day. Sheck West, when he had his first 2 singles, Live Sheck West, Die Sheck West, and Mo Bamba, was brought out to multiple shows and festivals by Travis Scott, got a ton of support, and of course had a huge look on the Jack Boys album, as well as appearing on No Bystanders on Astroworld and being an opening act on the tour. Don Toliver got similar treatment, feature on Astroworld and on his own project with Travis Scott.
SoFaygo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We making a little label over here and shit. I ain't gonna treat you like that, gangy. You know what I'm saying? First, show us what you got. See if you still got in that. We good. What you mean we good? Yo, chill. We gotta see if he's still nice. You feel me? We gotta see if he's still nice, brethren. Or you could try for them DEO niggas. Pretty sure that I don't even know if they still, you know what I'm saying? They be on some lucky shit. So I don't know. Might be tough. I know you DEO already, but you know, some discourse going on over there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah.
Being brought out at performances and being embraced. But SoFaygo got none of this. And he's still on Cactus Jack as of his last release, Go, which was credited to them. It's fair to assume that you would get the same treatment as the previous 2 signees, especially when every one of your fans in the industry is telling you that you're the next big star. But as quickly as everyone calls you a star, you can become an afterthought in their mind. So your career is your responsibility. And if he was allowed to freely release that entire time and it wouldn't have been blocked, then there's nobody to blame other than himself. It's been nearly 5 months since SoFaygo last released music. And in that time, the full attention of the fan base that should be completely behind him has been devoted to...
I mean, he don't got no motivation for that shit. The shit that he was dropping wasn't getting no traction like that. So, like, that's just natural. He don't got no motivation to drop no shit, bro. You feel me? If the shit that he was dropping was banging, he'd be dropping, bro. But like he dropping, he's like, damn, these niggas don't even fuck with this shit. So what's the point of me stressing and doing all that shit to even drop, bro? So he probably like 9 to 5 times. No, he probably just cooking up a new sound, like some new shit that niggas can vibe with, or like he just depressed.
Yeet, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, and hell, even 2 to 3 names of some other acts who are getting
his leaks are fire.
More hype than him today. Ken Carson recently released his album A Great Chaos, which is slated to sell between 40 to 45K as the time I'm writing this. Nice. And SoFaygo never even got to scratch the surface at 10K first week.
Yo, chill.
Some people wonder why SoFaygo hasn't made the effort to do anything to get back lit. And it's clear if there's going to be any help from Travis Scott, he's going to have to get hot himself for it to happen. One of the reasons for this could be SoFaygo's...
Wait. It's actually SoFaygo? Nice. That's actually good.
Personality. When asked about how he was in school, he used a now infamous term called, quote, popular loner, referencing that he wouldn't really talk or kick it with people in school, but he stood out with his dreads and dark fashion. Some may say that they probably just thought he was weird, which is one way to...
Bro, we all have heard SoFaygo's bangers, bro. He got that shit in him, bro. He just got to tap back into it, bro. He got it. He could do it, bro. I believe, bro. Come on, don't give up, bro. Like...
to look at it, but it also says he didn't want to socialize much with people.
Got it in him,
unless
bro.
You're going to consistently drop music and catch a hit every now and then. For example, when Kodak Black was released from prison, his album flopped and he went back to consistently dropping music.
That nigga Kodak don't give a fuck, boy. Yo, chill. First of all, chill the fuck out, puss ass nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? God damn, boy. Kodak could drop a bunch of ass to people, but one thing's for sure, some gon' hit. Some gon' hit. That's Kodak. He don't give a fuck. He could drop a bunch of ass. People could think a bunch of that, but some gon' hit, nigga. Some gon' stick for a little minute until the next song stick and take over for a little minute. You know what I'm saying?
Eventually landing a smash hit with Super Gremlin. SoFaygo
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was Super Gremlin. It was a bunch of it was Walk.
has failed to consistently release music or drop a hit, nor has he made the attempt at being seen in popular circles.
I remember that too. There was a point that nigga was dropping every Friday type shit. He just drop it.
If you take a look at his social media, he's very inactive and still trying to play the cool and mysterious game of not showing face much. But that only works when there's hype for you, which has been gone for, what, a year now? It's difficult to put the blame squarely on Travis Scott here.
I ain't gonna lie. Pull up on Kai 7 days in, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Do something. That's tough.
His last two artists both had far higher peaks than SoFaygo ever had, so we can't entirely call him selfish and not wanting his artists to win. But he was also never in the position where he had 10 people die at his concert and have to fully worry about his entire public image and career potentially being ruined for life, as well as trying to make music that would live up to Astroworld. My belief is that Travis Scott pulled the plug on SoFaygo before he could fully take him to the next level, and that was due to several reasons. The narrative was very strong about SoFaygo falling off. SoFaygo had not caught a single hit on his own since being signed to Travis Scott, and perhaps other behind-the-scenes things like work ethic being involved or other reasons that we don't even know about. Because keep in mind, Smokepurpp was someone who was nearly at the finish line of being signed to Travis Scott, but the plug was pulled on that. But at least even he got a Travis Scott feature. Make sure to subscribe for more.
That's tough, gangy. He dead ass held him back on purpose, screwed up all his momentum. Okay, let's take some accountability.